Hi, Real Lady Lou, how are you? Hope you're doing well today. I'm actually not too bad today. I'm actually a bit better. I've got a few things done today. I was away doing a bit of swimming and such at the gym and trying to kind of keep my mind as occupied as possible. Nice to catch you as well. I've actually had quite a lot going on. We're moving house shortly as well, so that's us finally managed to get a house move, so that's absolutely great. Hi Tremaine, nice to see you here. Jenny S as well. Anybody want to guest at all? Please guest. I was going to chat away. Actually, I'm part of a mentorship group on Facebook, which is called Challenge 22. Nice to see you, Jenny. And what it actually is basically helping people transition to the vegan lifestyle. It's over 22 days. It actually starts on the 3rd, which is actually this Friday. Yeah, Jenny, I'm feeling great. And Tremaine, I'm feeling good as well. I'm much, much better. I'm just having to push on and get through things. So I'm getting there, definitely. Like I say, I've just got to make sure that I get all my meals in and such likes and just keep fighting through and fighting those thoughts in my head. Like I say, I know what I'm doing is helping myself and I've got to counteract that eating disorder voice, and that's what it's all about. So, like I say, if anybody wants to guest at all, please let me know. So what I was going to touch upon, as I say, I'm actually part of Challenge 22, which is a vegan face group. Yeah, Jenny, I know. I'm worried about me. I'm struggling. I really, really am. I'm not going to deny it. I'm struggling so much, but I know what I've got to do. Like I say, I've been here before. I'll do it again. Oh, that's great to see that you've joined the group. If you're looking for a mentor, you can let me know because I'll mentor you definitely. I'm actually mentoring 6 people. That'd be great if you can guest Tremaine. I would love that. So the Challenge 22 group, what it actually is it's got a group of dietitians. It's obviously got professional cooks. Obviously, I'm a mentor in the group. Nice to see you here, Plant Style. And basically what it is, it's helping people transition to the vegan lifestyle over 22 days. You get all the help. You get your grocery shopping list. You get a challenge, different day challenges. You can actually get help from the dietitians in the group. So you're getting all this help free of charge. I'll actually put the link in it. You can actually sign up and join it if you want to. And even people that if you want to become a mentor in the group, you can do that as well. So basically it starts on the 3rd, which is actually Friday. Nice to see you here, Crystal Grey Martin. I hope everybody can like up the chat as well. So I was going to touch upon firstly, basically eating animals and the illusion of personal choice. Nice to see you here, Nat. I hope things are going good, Crystal Grey Martin. I'm pushing on. Like I say, I know only what I've got to do. Like I say, I've got to fight the eating disorder voice. I've got to keep doing what's best for myself to help. In order to help other people, I've got to help myself first, and that's what it's all about. So, like I say, of all the rationalisations we make for eating animals in an age when obviously we know that eating animals is not obviously necessary for our health or our survival, many people today are actually borrowing this kind of popular slogan that you can basically call personal choice defence. It basically goes something like, my decision to eat animals is a personal choice. At other times, like I say, it's simply implied in the casual way that animal and plant food choices are compared, as if the two options are actually somehow morally equivalent. And it usually followed by a statement sympathetic to the vegan and vegetarian friends, obviously acknowledging that they're actually making a personal choice that is right for them. Crystal Grey Matter says, yeah, that's very true. Easier said than done, but you got this. Yeah, is it easier said than done? It's like people saying to you, just go on and eat. Well, if it was easy as that, there wouldn't be a problem. Nice to see you here, Munching with Mandy. I hope everybody can like up the chat as well. But I say, yet upon obviously closer examination, the choice of obviously eating animals, whether it is never, once a week, or every day, but I say eating animal products is indeed exercising a choice but the repercussions extend well beyond the individual person. Like I say, eating animals, number one, like I say, eating animals is made personal upon the public scrutiny. Like I say, the ethics of food choices had never been discussed at dinner tables, much less defined as personal, until a growing number of people, like vegetarians and vegans such as myself, like I say, a person who tells you that they're eating animals or products as a personal choice is basically experiencing a state of cognitive dissonance, basically deeply entrenched beliefs that are actually challenged, and obviously causes them to obviously defend their old beliefs. Basically, in other words, like I say, they've made this issue personal, they obviously precisely in the response to making it public. Nice to see you here, White Pariah. Let's say, I don't want to be held, they're basically saying that they don't want to be held or judged accountable for their actions that harm animals. Let's say, so this is not as much an attempt to obviously defend eating animals, it's basically a defence intended to block out and further discussion or evaluation. Let's say, moreover, basically, if you put it this way, personalisation obviously removes animals from the public discourse and obviously keeps them tucked away in the closet of denial and silence. So like I say, that there is no free choice without awareness. Like I say, the irony, like explained before this, is basically, if you can put it this way, while non-vegans defend their choice to eat animal products as a personal one, they nonetheless obviously go to great lengths to obviously defend it publicly when confronted with a vegan. Like I say, like some apologetic white liberals, if you can put it that way, they defend themselves by defiantly exclaiming to a new black acronyms. But basically they'll say, but I have black friends too. Like I say, some will obviously painstakingly explain how intimately they understand the vegan lifestyle. After all, they'll obviously assure you that they have already heard and have evaluated the vegan friends' reason for obviously going vegan and respect that. I say they've carefully obviously considered being vegan themselves, and they'll obviously tell you that they've obviously concluded that it's not for them. Jenny S says, I'm finding it hard sometimes when all my vegan friends are online, find that my meeting friends make me feel that I'm only doing it for attention. Well, that's far from the truth. Like I say, you've got to do what's best for you, Jenny. Like I say, you can only do what's best for you and your health, and that's what it's all about. Nice to see you here, Sandcat, and Cat the Troll Whisperer as well. I was basically talking about my Challenge 22 group that I'm actually a mentor in. It's helping people transition to the vegan lifestyle over 22 days. The group's all free. Morning, sunshine to you as well. So basically what it is, we're helping people transition to the vegan lifestyle over 22 days. I'm a mentor to 6 people in the group. It's all free of charge. You've got help with dietitians, you've got help with professional cooks and such likes. And if you want to sign up for it or become a mentor as well, you can actually do this at this link below here. I'll actually sign up. This is a link below. You can actually sign up for it. Jenny says, Crystal Grey Matter says, dang, well, one of the birds in the flock start flying to another beat and all the other birds freak out. You just keep doing what you're doing, Jenny. Exactly, keep doing what you're doing, like I say. And like Jenny says, she finds being vegan is much better for my health, but I hate being made to feel that I'm an attention seeker. Well, just because that's their choices, we respect them, so they've got to respect us, like I say. So it's respect's earned and given as well. I was obviously as well going to touch upon things like vegan labelling, like I say. This is something that people in my group for Challenge 22 have been kind of finding really, really hard. That they'll say, what do I eat that's probably may not have like animal products in it. So like I say, food can actually suddenly feel quite foreign. Like I say, when you actually decide to try to go vegan, like I say, it's an odd sensation when you actually realise that you don't actually know what's in most foods that you obviously eat. You start to question even the most obvious, and your local supermarket can even seem like basically uncharted territory in respects. Kat says, yes, I have heard that said about Jadina. People probably say anorexia people are attention seeking too. Yeah, they probably do say that anorexia is an attention seeking thing. It's far from the truth. It's like I say, it's not about food, it's about attention. You hate yourself the more you lose weight, and that's what probably some people don't understand. But I say, basically, like I say, does it say vegan on the label? Like I say, there's never been a time, obviously, better to go vegan. Like I say, there are more options available than ever before. White Pariah says people always make a big deal out of anything that challenges them to think about a choice they know deep down is wrong. Yeah, like I say, it's challenging their beliefs, and basically they can't accept your beliefs, but they expect you to respect them. So, like I say, vegan labelling, like I say, obviously legally a company must obviously explicitly state when obviously the allergens are contained in a product, and these will obviously be typically highlighted in bold with ingredients or stated separately below it. If you see obviously a non-vegan allergen ingredient such as eggs, milk, whey and casein, they're usually the usual suspects. Exactly, White Pariah. We need to campaign for adding vegan friendly at least to the labelling, 100%. And I think that's one thing we're going to have to start doing online, and actually start speaking to vegan companies to start getting them to do more advertising, especially in mainstream TV. That's why it's not saying this product is vegan and putting other vegans off. Like I say, exactly. So, like I say, basically the kind of things that you obviously want to look out for. Like I say, if you see any of these lead ingredients that I'm actually going to say here, you basically know that they're not vegan. Actually, carmine and cochineal, which is E120, that's basically a red pigment, a crushed female cochineal beetle used as obviously a food colouring as well. Casein and obviously whey, they're obviously the obvious ones there. They're made from the skimmed off top of cheeses, which is basically a protein. Obviously lactose free milk, which is obviously a sugar, that's another one you need to look out for. Obviously, I touched upon whey, that's made from milk, which is basically a whey powder in many products. Obviously, look out for it in things like crisps, bread, and even baked products as well. Collagen is another one, like I say, that's basically made for the skin and the bones and the connective tissues of animals such as cows, chicken, pigs, and fish, and used in cosmetics as well. Another one is one that probably people don't look out for enough is elastin. That's basically found in the neck ligaments and obviously the aorta of the bovine, similar to the collagen as well. If anybody's got any likes, please like up the chat. It would mean the world. Obviously as well, keratin's another one that's basically made from the skin, bones, and obviously the connective tissues of animals such as cows, pigs, chickens, and fish, just the same. And you've got gelatin. Thanks for the likes, Cat the Troll Whisperer. I really appreciate that. That's gelatin's basically used by basically boiling skin, tendons, ligaments, and bones, usually from cows and pigs, and used in things like jelly sweets, like your Haribo sweets and such likes as well. And it's made for like cakes and vitamins and even coating of capsules and such likes. That's why you always need to make sure you get any capsules you get are actually labelled vegan. It's like Sans Cat says, oh, that's so gross, Tommy, so gross that all the parts are dead bodies are in food. Exactly. It's really, really creepy, so much. Like I say, people that don't realise like the jelly sweets and such likes are made for the charred bones and such. It's amazing. Like I say, it's just the world we live in. Thanks for the likes, Sans Cat. The world we live in is made to exploit animals, and that's one thing that we need to say. Like I say, if you're talking about what's your definition of veganism? Like I say, we can't never be 100% vegan. We basically have to live in the moon to be 100% vegan. Because there's animal products in the walls, there's animal products in with car tyres, the pavement we walk on, with LCD screens and such likes. Basically, my definition of veganism is doing every single day, lessening your cruelty to the animals, just doing it as much as you possibly can in the choices you make, your food, the clothes you wear, the products for your cleaning, and basically your shower and like soaps and shower gels and such likes. Thanks very much, White Pariah. I really appreciate that. And me and the White Pariah are actually doing a chat on Thursday, 12 noon. We'll be talking about mental health and obviously such like. So I hope you can all join in that. And please go fan the White Pariah up as well. She's an amazing person. Like I say, obviously, Shellac's another one. Like I say, whoop, whoop, whoop. Very right, White Pariah. Like I say, Aspic is basically an industry alternative to gelatin, basically made for things like clarified meat and obviously fish or veg stocks and gelatin. And you've got lard and tallow, which is animal fat. And when I'm talking about tallow, actually there was a protest recently about the £5 notes in the UK that were actually had tallow in them, and this is why Doug Moore actually made a protest about them trying to get them banned, because £5 notes actually had tallow, which is animal fat, and were actual banknotes. So it's an amazing. Crystal Grey Matter says, I've gone off into the beyond section of veganism and started checking labels of house cleaning subjects as supplies as well. I try to do that as much as possible. Like I say, it's basically getting your own house in order first. Like I say, start off with things like your animal products, the meat you eat, and then obviously try to bring in things like your soaps and your shower gels and your cleaning supplies. Like I say, you just start off with the basics at first. Like I say, I've still got a lot of things that I'm using that's still got animal products in them. Obviously, things like my soaps and things, but I try to use them up and then start moving on to more vegan options. Like I say, you just try to do this as best as you can, small steps, and basically doing as much as you can within the realms of your possibility. Jenny says on the brand here called Nature's Organic is vegan. They make cleaning products and hair and skin. Yeah, Jenny, Jessica actually sent me a few of these things. They're really, really good. We've obviously got another thing which is Nature's Path in the UK. They basically make shower gels, soaps and such likes. They're really, really good as well. Crystal Grey Matter says, I want to live in one of those type Tony mobile homes in the forest. Yeah, one of those little hobbit homes or something. They'd be amazing, like I say. Sandcat says that there are some good vegan household cleaning brands out there. We just make mistakes sometimes. Oh yeah, like I say, it's a learning process. That's what it's all about. We've got to understand that we can't just be 100% vegan. We've just got to do as much as we possibly can and accept that we're going to make mistakes. Like I say, not that long ago, I actually got these burgers which were supposedly vegan. They were actually vegan pulled pork. When I actually looked at the back after I'd eaten them, it said in the very, very bottom, 1% honey. So, like I say, they were even labelled vegan, but at the end of the day, 1% honey, like I say, it's no big issue, but it's still labelled vegan when it really, really shouldn't be. But I know a lot of these companies now are actually not kind of focusing upon honey as anything that's not vegan, but they really, really should be. Jenny says, I was using that brand before I became vegan because I like that I can get grey water in my garden. Yeah, that's amazing, like I say. Exactly, Crystal Grey Matter. They need to get these labels right, 100%. That's one thing I was going to touch upon as well. The Challenge 22 group that I'm actually mentoring on, they're not focusing upon honey. They're basically letting you have honey even as you're vegan and such likes, which I know that's probably a kind of touchy subject because we all know that the honeybees obviously get their wings taken off so they can't fly away and such likes, and the cruelty that happens to them. And you've got many, many things that's obviously substitute for honey. You've got agave syrup, and you've even got Sweet Freedom in the UK, which is a kind of new syrup that they're using to put in your porridge and such likes. Exactly. Dairy free contains eggs. That was one thing that they were campaigning a lot before. Corn in the UK actually were what they called vegetarian and such likes, but I actually had egg whites in the back of it. Now Corn they've actually brought in a vegan range which is totally vegan, which that's really, really good. So they've got vegan chicken, they've got vegan pulled chicken, they've got sausage rolls, they've got obviously their mince and such likes is vegan as well, so that's really, really great. Kat says, I'm looking to trade my car in. Leather makes me feel bad. I was vegan for 21 years, vegetarian for 21 years, sorry, before going vegan just last year. So still not vegan thing. Yeah, but Kat, that's another thing as well. I've noticed even that these cars and such likes that have even got non-leather seats. The steering wheel has even got some leather in it, so it's a touchy subject. Like I say, I wouldn't really worry about having leather in your car and such because you're doing the best you can. Like I say, get all the rest of your things in your life in order. Like I say, it's like I touched upon before, we can't just be 100% vegan no matter what we do. Jenny says, I'm hoping they release more of the corn vegan stuff here in the US. Yeah, Jessica was telling me about that they haven't got the corn vegan yet in the US. But I have actually heard that they're starting to roll it out kind of worldwide shortly, especially with the Gardein and such like. We don't get Gardein in the UK, but they're actually starting to roll it out across Europe. But I don't know whether that will be affected because of this Brexit thing with them obviously want to break away from the European Union and such. So we'll need to see how that goes as well. Crystal Grey Matter says, yeah, Kat, I have some passed down from my family that contain animal products like silk, but I hang on to it because it's from my family. Yeah, like I say, at the end of the day, you've got to think that these kind of things like your leather and your silk and such likes, like I say, that animal's died in the past anyway. There's nothing you can do about that. You've just got to, I wouldn't say throw it out, but obviously if you're worried about using them, even give them away to one of the kind of homeless shelters or a charity shop or such likes that someone can make use of them. Exactly like Sandcat says, OMG, sitting in someone else's leather chairs makes me feel gross. I get that myself now. I've actually had a leather jacket that was actually said that my mum got me a way back before she died, and I used to use it before I came vegan, and I was kind of worried about it, but because it's got a kind of personal connection to me, I've kept it, but I'm not actually using it in such likes because I don't want to ever throw it out because it was from my mum, and my mum's passed away, and like I say, any connection to my mum really means the world to me, so I want to keep that just for that reason. Kat says, yeah, I had bought it. There's some things that make you feel hypocritical sometimes. Don't like that. Yeah, obviously, well, it is Raw Christina. She get called out because she was obviously having leather shoes and such likes. But, obviously, I don't know about that. And she's obviously selling her ebooks pretending to be 100% vegan, yet she's wearing like leather shoes. But Crystal Grey Matter says, haha, yeah, it makes me cringe too, sign Kat. So the kind of other things I was going to touch upon was like propolis, which is basically used by bees in construction or hives. That's another one you obviously want to look out for in your labelling as well. Royal jelly's another one. That's basically secretion. Sorry for the burps there. Secretion of the throat. I'm burping away here. Sorry about that, guys. It's basically the secretion of the throat gland of the honeybee. That burping, by the way, that's part of the eating disorder. You've probably seen Educating Shani do that. We get that quite a lot. It's basically like acid reflux and such like. It's terrible. I'm sorry about that. I say vitamin D3 is another one you want to look out for. That's basically made from fish liver oil. You can get it in creams, lotions, and other cosmetics as well. Lanolin, which is ED13, that's basically made for the oil glands of sheep. It's basically excreted for the wool in many skincare products and obviously cosmetics as well. Thanks very much for that, Crystal Grey Matter. I feel terrible because I just feel that's very, very rude, and I'm sorry about that. It just comes up when you don't expect it. I don't actually try to do it. Some people think that you do that intentional. Like I say, I've actually edited my YouTube videos when I actually start burping in my YouTube videos, but obviously in live stream, there's nothing you can do. Like I say, albumin is obviously another one that's made from obviously eggs as well. Isinglass is another one. Like I say, that's basically a substance obtained for the dried swim bladders of fish and is used mainly in the kind of for clarification of wine and beer. It's actually in things like obviously Guinness and such likes, and people worry about that because they think that they're drinking beer and such likes and they're 100% vegan. but actually it contains isinglass as well, so you've got to watch out for that as well. Cod liver oil is another one. Like I say, that's basically a substance used for the dried swim bladders of fish and excretion of cleans and vitamins and supplements as well. Pepsin's another one. Basically, that's the kind of stomachs of pigs and a clotting agent used in vitamins. That's why you should obviously watch out and look in like Holland and Barrett in your health food stores to make sure your vitamins are actually labelled vegan. So like I say, a vegan doesn't obviously eat flesh of any animal, including things like fish, sea creatures and birds, eggs, dairy products, honey or any meat products. Like I say, in the UK, a manufacturer obviously must declare whether a product is actually made in a factory, whether any allergens and obviously are present. You may obviously be confused about this. You obviously may see that he obviously appears to be free of any non-vegan ingredient, and obviously the state may actually contain things like milk. For example, let's say if it may contain milk, don't worry about that. Let's say this is a legal requirement and it doesn't mean that it is not vegan. But I say a few things obviously to watch out for is obviously non-dairy or lactose free. Doesn't actually necessarily mean that it's vegan. Like I say, in fact, it may often or may not. They're not vegan. Like I say, read these labels as you would any other. Like I say, glycerin and obviously glycerol, lactic acid, mono and diglycerides and stearic acid can all be from the slaughterhouse fat, but can also obviously as well be vegan. So like I say, if they're obviously plant-based derived, then it should obviously say that on the label. Nice to see you here, Jen. I hope you can like up the chat as well. Jen's amazing, so anybody in the chat that isn't fanned up to Jen, please fan her up. She does a lot of Zumba, vegan topics, dancing. Obviously, we do things like obviously we do karaoke as well. My internet stops it. It's good now. Oh, that's great, Jen. So I think there's somebody in the guest queue. I'll guess them in. Or no, there's somebody. There's no one in the guest queue. Anybody want to guest? Please guest away. Yeah, I'm doing well, Jen. Like I say, I'm busy doing the mentoringship on the Challenge 22. That's what I was talking about. Basically, there was a lot of people worried about certain things that they were obviously eating, wondering about the kind of vitamins and the nutrients that's maybe non-vegan and the things that they're obviously eating. So I was going to touch upon as well, but I say basically we're talking about a balanced vegan diet. Like I say, a balanced vegan diet is obviously associated with many health benefits such as the risk of obesity, cardiovascular disease, hypertension, type 2 diabetes, and various types of cancer. Like I say, the American Academy obviously Nutrition and Dietetics indicates its position paper from 2009 that obviously appropriately planned vegan diets, including total vegetarian or vegan diets, are healthful nutritionally and adequately, let us say, and may obviously provide health benefits in the prevention or treatment of certain diseases. Obviously, planned vegan diets are appropriately for individuals during all stages of their life cycle, including things like pregnancy, lactation, infancy, childhood, adolescence, and even for athletes as well. Let's say a balanced vegan diet is packed with many healthy nutrients and vitamins, minerals, dietary fibres, and obviously phytochemicals as well. It obviously contains no cholesterol and is obviously lower in saturated fat. Obviously, a vegan diet will obviously help you become obviously more aware of what you eat, and that's very true because you actually become an expert that I was touching upon before. Basically, the kind of the things obviously you're labelling and such likes as well. Cat the Troll Whisperer says, I hope that wasn't Sprite. No, it's actually Pepsi Max, my addiction. I go through about 6 litres of that a day, and it's mental. I say that. I think that as well. I've been knowing that that's actually part of the eating disorder, trying to fill you up and such likes as well. Sandcat says, "Oh, I wish I was a vegan baby." Yeah. See, when I look back now, I say to myself, why did I not go vegan years ago? Because it's just you just wonder how you ever ate animal products. But like I say, it's part of the kind of the world we're brought up in. And like I say, I hate the way people make videos and they blame their mothers and fathers for feeding them animal products. Like I say, why would you do that? Like I say, the world has moved on and we're so educated now. My mother and father would have probably never fed me animal products now because they don't. Years when 1980, you hardly heard a vegetarian bar vegan. Like I say, it's basically became mainstream the past couple of years, and that's one thing that people don't seem to understand. So, like I say, what does an actual balanced vegan diet even mean? Like I say, a balanced vegan diet is based upon all vegan food groups, obviously protein rich foods, things like legumes, beans, rice, peas, chickpeas, fava beans, obviously lentil and soy products, tofu, edamame beans, tempeh, things like soy products, there's your soy milk, your textured vegan protein, soy yogurt, things like seitan, quinoa, grains such as whole grains as well, wheat and obviously wheat products like your bread, your pasta, your semolina, bulgur wheat as well, oatmeal, buckwheat obviously as well, corn, vegetables and fruits and nuts as well. I say, and obviously as well, make sure you get a vitamin B12 supplement. That's really important. Uh, Jen says, I wish that I knew when my boys went young. Yeah, exactly. Sandcat says, oh, it's not done maliciously. Parents are just doing what they are told is best. Exactly. That's exactly it. Is anybody in the guest queue? Like I say, so if you want to get anyone who wants to guest, I was going to touch upon as well, basically where people say, where does a vegan get his protein? Like I say, this is that as you all know, I'm a personal trainer. I know all about nutrients and vitamins and such like. So I've written this all down. Like I say, adults actually require 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight each day. This obviously means that a man, obviously weighing such as 70 kilograms, needs to eat approximately 60 grams of protein per day. Basically, 70 times 0.8 equals 60. But I say, meanwhile, a woman such as 55 kilograms, say, obviously requires 40 grams of protein per day. But I say, these are obviously small amounts that are obviously easily available in a balanced vegan diet. But I say, for example, say between 80 grams, 50 to 80 grams protein, depending on your portion size and obviously your selection of ingredients. Let's say legumes are obviously the richest sources of protein available. Let's say obviously one cooked cup of lentils, for example, contains the same amount of protein as obviously 3 eggs. Let's say which is 18 grams. Let's say there's 6 grams of protein per egg. Let's say, and the same amount of protein is obviously provides like 30% and 45% of the daily protein requirements of obviously men and women respectively. Let's say soy is obviously a great source as well. Soy and soy products and obviously contain protein as well. Let's say a highly quality combination of amino acids. Let's say protein is obviously found in things like smaller amounts of grains, leafy vegetables, nuts, seeds. And like I say, although obviously meat may contain more protein than some plant sources, it's not necessarily the best dietary option. But I say research has actually found that a strong correlation between meat consumption and obviously an increased risk of obviously cancer and heart disease. I say meat obviously contains various harmful elements, while in obviously comparison, a plant-based diet will not only satisfy your daily protein requirements, but will obviously lower your increased intake and obviously things as well, and obviously make like fibre as well and such as well. And like I say, animal protein obviously may also increase your intake of things like obviously like bringing on things like you can imagine that our guts are obviously not kind of resource to obviously take in animal products, and they basically sit in our stomach, they ferment, they rot, they obviously cause things like heart disease, cancers, colon cancers and such likes as well. So is there anybody in the guest queue at all? So what else was I going to touch upon? Iron. Iron's another one. Like I say, my wife was actually prevented going vegan because our recovery team said that she couldn't get enough iron, and obviously a vegan lifestyle. And as we all know, like I say, iron is obviously a really important requirement to obviously prevent things like anemia. And it's particularly really important for women at fertility age as well. Obviously pregnant women, obviously adolescents and athletes as well, who obviously have a kind of increased higher iron requirement. I say, contrary to obviously popular belief, plant-based foods are obviously very, very rich in iron, and it's easy to get all the iron you need while in a plant-based diet by following basically simple guidelines. Exactly, Crystal Grey Matter. Blackstrap molasses are a key for iron. Like I say, I've been using blackstrap molasses so much. Racy Baby, who's my friend, you've probably seen her YouTube channel. It was her that obviously recommended to me. We actually done a thing where we done like a high protein shake. It had blackstrap molasses in it, spinach, avocado, such likes as well. So like I say, basically you should eat a, iron-rich plant foods like legumes, whole and obviously fortified grains, nuts and seeds. Tahini, which is obviously made from unhulled sesame seeds, is a great source as well. Dried fruit, obviously green vegetables, and basically you should obviously add a vitamin C source to your meal as well. Fresh fruit are obviously vegetables such as things like bell peppers, tomatoes, fruit with salad, and obviously lemon juice with kiwis, orange, strawberries are obviously a great source of vitamin C. Obviously as well, how does that taste? It's quite got a kind of rough taste to it, red and IRI, but you'll get used to it. Like I say, once after a little while, you'll begin to get used to it. It's like anything. If you can imagine it, a lot of people say the kind of Marmite or the Vegemite. Some love it, some hate it. It's the very same. Exactly. It's like black licorice by itself. Exactly. So if you don't like licorice, you're probably not going to like that. But you get used to it. You can hide it in things like your shakes and such like, so, and a smoothie in it as well, which is a great way of doing it. Kind of sweet but strong flavour. Obviously, as well, the good thing you obviously want to do is obviously avoid tea, coffee, and cocoa during your meal time. Like I say, try to wait at least an hour after your meal before drinking caffeinated beverages. So, like I say, 1 to 2 spoonfuls of tahini one would actually have to eat 3 to 5 chicken legs at approximately a pound of chicken breast. So there you go. Internet surfer, want to gain some knowledge. Anything at all you want to gain about internet surfer, I really appreciate that. That's what I'm here for. I'll actually fan you up just now, and I hope you can fan me back. If anybody wants to jump in the guest queue, please let me know. Do I go to church? Yeah, I do go to church at Internet Surfer. I'm actually a Christian, so I go to church every Sunday. It's part of my lifestyle. And Jeffrey Donovan says, "Are you vegan?" Yeah, I am vegan. I've been vegan for a year now. I'll actually fan you up, Jeffrey Donovan. I hope you can fan me as well. That would mean the world. It's a scam. Yeah, that's. I respect everybody's belief. Internet Surfer. Like I say, everybody's got their own beliefs. Like I say, whether you're Christian, you're atheist, or anything. Like I say, you do what's best for you, and I respect everybody so much. Church isn't a scam, it's a point of view. Yeah, I thoroughly respect that. Exactly. Like I say, I respect your beliefs as well. So, like I say, there's obviously this ongoing debate regarding the amount of calcium required to obviously maintain healthy bones and obviously prevent osteoporosis. For example, like I say, the recommendations for the adults in the US is actually 1,000 to obviously 12,000 milligrams per day, which basically give the rise to the free a day campaign by the dairy industry. I say, while in the UK, it's let's say it's actually 700 milligrams. But I say studies have actually shown that vegans, especially those who obviously eat relatively low amounts of salt and unprocessed foods or processed foods, sorry, may actually require even lower amounts of calcium per day, which is 500 to 600 grams. Thanks for becoming a fan, Jeffrey Donovan. So, like I say, still, there is obviously no specific recommendations for vegans as now. In the meantime, it's obviously best to obviously follow the official recommendations and obviously make sure you have enough calcium in your diet. So I say good sources for calcium are obviously things like legumes, especially obviously white beans and obviously soy products as well, especially things like fortified, things like tofu, soya milk, soy yogurts as well. Nuts, which especially almonds, are a really, really good source of calcium. Obviously, unhulled sesame, up to 7 to 10 times more calcium than obviously ordinary white tahini. Internet surfer says Isaiah 13:16. Someone Google it for him. Yeah, Google it away, exactly. If you want to guest internet surfer, I'll guest you as well. So I say green vegetables, broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, obviously green and yellow peppers, okra, leeks, and leafy greens are another great source of calcium. Things like your fruits, like your figs, your oranges, your carob, and your carob-based products are another one. So I say whole grains, especially oats, is a great form of calcium. Seitan, especially, which is calcium fortified, is obviously recommended for natural flavour. And obviously, frozen seitan is basically other varieties can obviously contain large amounts of salt as well. Sandcat says I'm obsessed with walnuts. I love walnuts. Thanks for the likes, Grano Pratt. I really appreciate that. So obviously, especially to be noted that besides calcium, there obviously are other important dietary factors. Vitamin C, obviously, Red Eye says sunshine. Yeah, exactly, sunshine. Vitamin D. That's the best vitamin D you can get. Is sunshine. So obviously as well, I was going to touch upon things like vitamin B12. I say vitamin B12 is something that a lot of people actually say that they worry about getting in a vegan lifestyle. I say a plant-based diet actually provides all the vitamins and minerals that you obviously need, except one, which is obviously vitamin B12. I say vitamin B12 basically originates from the bacteria obviously found in the soil and obviously dirt, basically feces and obviously purified water. But I say apparently in the distant past, the actual source for B12 was not the steaks but that our ancestors used to eat, but rather the obviously unclean food and obviously the non-purified water. But I say nowadays actually we've gotten obviously rid of the dysentery and obviously the cholera and obviously other infectious diseases, and basically it's a welcome advancement in obviously our part. But I say we have to obviously lost a reliable source of B12. Cat says Tony Azuto Illuminati is glitchy for me. Is it glitchy for anybody else? But I say vitamin B12 is obviously prevents things like anemia, basically keeps your nervous system healthy. But I say a lack of vitamin B12 obviously may lead to actual nerve and brain damage as well. But I say source of B12, kidding. Oh, you forgot cat. You had me thinking there. Your voice is crackling now. I'll back on.